Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And the weather in Michigan, right where we are, is absolutely beautiful, a little cool, sunny, lovely. So I hope it's lovely where you are as well. So thanks for joining us tonight.
You got your Happy Trails sweatshirt
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's your signature line. Well, hello everybody and welcome. Quick announcement. A lot of you jumping on right now, I think. Yep, I see a bunch of you there already, and we'll go to the hellos in just a moment. Well, let's do that now. Let's say hello to a few of you guys, the early ones that are there. Who do we got first? Ed Richards down in Baton Rouge. Greetings from hot South Louisiana. Says it's pretty warm down there. Look at that.
Yeah, 90.
Temperature up here in Michigan is 54.
And
Right?
it's lovely.
Is that what yours says? Does yours say 55?
Mine says 63.
Yeah, I don't know why mine says
I don't I
54.
think I think mine's accurate,
Yeah, I think
63.
yours is accurate. 63 seems much more accurate. KK Kayak is there.
Hello from wonderful Wisconsin, where it's sunny and 73 degrees.
Heading this way. That's good.
Yeah.
Thomas Welch up in Gaylord, Michigan.
And it's sunny in northern Michigan.
Hey, Tom. And Matthew Blau.
Hello from cool Finley, 65.
I talked with Matthew today on ham radio. This is my M1KE, you ham radio operators. It's pretty darn cool. Ed Richards, you have one of those, I know, and you were also, we've also talked with you. Any other ham radio operators? Matthew had a great idea. He thinks we should do a net on our RV Lifestyle reflector. And we probably will do that. Ham radio guys know what I'm talking about. And we'll probably do it sometime maybe this week or over the weekend. The next weekend, I'll let you know. I'll put it on the amateur radio space here in the community. That was fun to talk to you, Matthew, and it's always cool to see people from all over the country using our ham radio reflector. I got that. I put it up. A reflector, for you don't know what we're talking about, it's like a repeater, except it works digitally. And this is a little device I use. You can also use your two-way radio. I'm charging it right now. That's why that's there. But it's awesome how this thing really works, and the quality of the audio, and you can talk to people all over the world. And the idea of it eventually is that as ham radio operators who are RVers, as you're traveling, you can talk with other RVers who are traveling and maybe share road conditions. Kind of like a grown-up version of what CB radio once used to promise. All right, back to our group there. We said hi to Tom there before, and Sharon Childress.
A while ago, you mentioned a new water hose you were using that was easier to roll up. What was the name of those hose? That hose?
Let me
You gonna
see.
get it?
I can't remember the name of it. I have it, and it's pretty cool. I haven't done a video on it yet, but it is. Let's see if I can find the one I have. It is the Camco EvoFlex, EVOFLEX.
2.
EvoFlex 2, yes. And it's it's a drinking water hose, reinforced, ultra lightweight, and it collapses down really small. And when you run water through it, it's bigger, but it's easier to store, and it is set for it. So EvoFlex 2. So check that out, Sharon. I probably will do a video on it or an Amazon live feed, because we got a whole bunch of stuff from Camco we want to show off. And we'll probably do one of those sometime in June coming up. Oh, look how fast Phyllis is. Everybody give her a round of applause and the thumbs up. She looked at it. There's our link to it right there. That's awesome, Phyllis. It's kind of fun. Do you remember?
Are you going to do Stump Phyllis?
Huh?
Now you're going to try to Stump Phyllis?
No. Yeah. But do you remember when I was PC Mike and we did the radio show?
Mm-hmm.
I did a radio show about computers and technology. And this was way back, probably in the 90s, late 90s. The internet had just taken off. And people would call me up and they'd ask me questions. And often there'd be stuff I didn't know. But I learned how to quickly search. And so, because it was radio, I could just search and then I'd say, well, and then I could read all the details. People thought I was brilliant. And it was fun doing that.
I remember being places with you, and I was just standing next to you, and people would come up to me and ask me all these questions, and I'm just like,
I know. Yeah.
good luck with that, folks.
Well, they do that with RV stuff, but you know about RVs, so that's good. You can still see my voice sounds a little off, but I'm feeling much better cold wise.
But he shared it with me.
I shared the cold with Jen.
Yeah, no, I got it too.
Yeah. So Jenna Berry King.
Hello from Michigan. We made it. Camping near Beaverton, mid-western side of the state, working our way to the top of the Mitten and the rally.
Wow, you got a lot of time before the rally, but
Mhm.
that's great, Jenna. Welcome to the Wolverine State. And you are on the sunrise side of the state. You're
Sunset.
on the
Sunset.
I'm sorry, sunset side of the state on Lake Michigan. And we'll see you at the rally coming up for members of our RV community. .com. Those members will be up at Sleeping Bear Sand Dunes.
We're used to saying sunrise because we spent most of our lives.
This is the sunrise side of Michigan, and that's the sunset.
Yeah, we've only been over here 2 years. And I haven't seen Lake Michigan yet. I'm glad we're going.
Oh, we've seen it, but we just haven't seen it
to go since we've moved here.
Yeah, it's just
a
20 minutes away, and we never get over that way. Okay, one quick thing, and then I got to get to our sweepstakes. Randy Dexter is, I love this. He and Eric and Patty, who are also two of our RV Lifestyle community members, have connected, and they are camping together at Round Peak Vineyards in Mount Airy, North Carolina. And Randy, his wife Marie, couldn't make it, and his son Jordan couldn't make it. But Randy, he went. They got to work. That's their problem, right, Randy? And he met with Eric, and that is great. Eric and his wife Patty. So glad to see you guys connected. All right, this is the last week now for our coming giveaway, and this is a great time of year for this giveaway, and it's a great giveaway. We've already had 8,250 entries for this.
Wow!
Yeah, that's a lot. So this is a whole bunch of prizes. It's from first of all, the big prize is a lifetime membership giveaway. Grand prize of an RV overnights membership. And RV membership, this membership in RV overnights it's kind of an alternative to Harvest Host, or it's in addition to Harvest Host. The principle is sort of the same, vineyards and farms and attractions. Let RVers stay there free overnight. And the one little difference I've seen on RV overnights is they seem to have, it's a big difference. They seem to have more sites that have full hookups and or partial hookups, and more sites that allow you to do multiple days as well. Their membership fee is considerably less than Harvest Host. But if you have Harvest Host, this is a great membership to pick up as well. You'll find some different sites that they have. The lifetime membership, the first giveaway, and then they're also giving away 10 additional 1-year overnight memberships. And we also have a very special deal on their already low price. If you don't want to wait, if you're doing some camping and you're planning it all and you want to have this in your back pocket, go to our link, rvlifestyle.com/sweepstakes. You can see all the description of what's being given away right there. But you can also click on get your own membership deal, and they will give you 30% off. That is a big discount on an already very low price. So check it out. Lots of ways to join. We will announce the grand winner and the 10 1-year memberships and the grand lifetime membership. We'll announce those on the Ask Us Anything next weekend, next Sunday night. So there's the address. We'll mention it once more before we go if you didn't get a chance to go there. And if you happen to be watching this and can't write it down, shame on you. You shouldn't be driving, but maybe your passenger's watching it. Write it down. It's rvlifestyle.com/sweepstakes. All right. Now, if you guys have a question, because this is Ask Us Anything, type that all at the very beginning in question mark, in caps, question, or if you have a comment, same thing. And that way we can get to those. I do like to acknowledge everybody who checks in, but we'll want to get to the questions and the comments ahead of that if we can. So, and on YouTube, I should announce I never do announce this. We also have stickers and extra contributions you can make. I don't know if I haven't seen any in a long time, but I guess we're not worth it. We're not worthy. But anyway, YouTube, because we're simulcasting this on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, I don't know where else, other places as well, X as well. All right, let's see. Bill Powers, they're out boondocking tonight.
Boondocking tonight at Johnson Estate Winery in Westfield, New York. Destination is Bowling Green, Kentucky for a family wedding and reunion. That sounds great.
Your voice.
I might not be able to do this.
Yeah, I was there last week with it. Yep, it was tough. Well, Bill, enjoy your trip, and I'm glad you're. Sounds like a great place to be. Johnson Estate Winery. Renee is down the way.
Our very first Harvest Host Day was at Round Peak Vineyard a few weeks ago. We loved it. That's good to hear.
Those vineyards are really awesome. That's one of the reasons, a big reason, so we can do more Harvest Hosts, more RV overnights, more boondocking. It's a little hard to do it when you're towing a 35-foot fifth wheel.
Oh, come on.
We are not getting rid of our fifth wheel. That is our go-to condo on wheels. We love it. That's for our major excursions and events. That's what we'll be taking. We'll take that all to the rallies. We may eventually take the new motorhome that we will be getting soon. But the fifth wheel we're not getting rid of that. We love our Montana fifth wheel. But anyway,
I got a name for the new.
A name? What is it?
The Mike Mobile.
The Mike? No.
Oh, yes, it's your mobile.
No, well, it is my mobile. Yes, we'll be a lot more mobile. We should have you guys name the new one when we announce it. Now, okay, it's in the newsletter, so I'll say it. For members of for all of you, I hope to announce this next Sunday on Ask Us Anything. Give you sort of a quick tease announcement of what it was, the RV that we selected. If extenuating circumstances don't interfere, and that is a distinct possibility, we hope to have a short video too on Saturday that will announce it and go over the 10 must-haves that we had on our list and how the one we eventually chose matched up with those. And then at the very end of that video, we would show you what it is. And then we would have another we would actually do Ask Us Anything from the new one next Sunday. So that's the tentative plan. Saturday video to announce it, hopefully. Sunday on Ask Us Anything coming from there. And for those who are members of our rvcommunity.com, right there, if the extenuating circumstances don't intervene, Thursday night, you'd get a very slight sneak peek at it. So that's one of the perks of being we do 2 live streams for the community. We do one called an Afterglow right after Ask Us Anything. We then go over at 7:45 and do an Afterglow version of this where we continue the conversations at rvcommunity.com. And then every Thursday night, we do a live stream strictly for the community at called the Thursday Night Virtual Campfire. So anyway, does that all make sense? Now I keep talking about extenuating circumstances. I have developed, I mentioned this Thursday that I have come down with, besides a cold, it's really severe back pain, lower back pain that's kind of migrated to my leg. I have no idea why. They've ruled, I did go to the doctor. They couldn't see the doctor. So a nurse practitioner who was very little help at all. Basically just take over-the-counter pains that doesn't touch it. I haven't slept in a week other than trying in a recliner at night. So I can't I need a CT scan of this thing, and I can't, very hard to get these. I can't get one until June 18th. So I've been right on the edge of going to the ER. This is not the time to go on a holiday weekend. I sat most of today right here working, and the pain seems to be a little more tolerable. But this RV we're supposed to get is supposed to be Tuesday. But if this pain doesn't go away the next day, I'm not sure I can make it Tuesday. I hope I can. I'm going to give it a try. But that would be the only interference with it. So I'm being much too transparent with all of you. Don't you think, Phyllis? They don't need to know all this. Phyllis, I'm looking at Phyllis in the ready room, but I want you to know this is what it's all about. We share our ups and downs, and this is one of my downs. I've never had back pain in my life. I didn't strain it. I know I'm not looking for any home remedies or any of that stuff, guys. I've done all the research, but if you've ever had back pain, I guess you probably know what it's like. I've never had it, and I can see it in my face, and I'm trying to be upbeat about it. I really want to go. All right, enough about all that. But we are excited because this should be the week, I hope. Jenna Berry King said it wrong. Yep, she is on the Sunrise side in Beaverton. Yes. And they got our bad cold.
Oh, I think everybody's got it.
Yeah.
I think we got something slightly different. We get the laryngitis comes and goes.
That's where mine is. Although it sounds a little strained right now. It's
I picked up the grandkids on Friday, and I didn't have laryngitis when I left the house. And when I picked them up, and then my little granddaughter was so sweet. She said, "Grandma, I've had that for 3 weeks."
And I hear a lot of you guys have been saying in comments that you've had these things for a long time. So, okay, back to your comments and your questions. Dick Pura.
Do we need bug nets as well as spray for the dunes?
Sleeping Bear Dunes? No. Now, the bugs aren't nearly as bad there as they are up in the UP. Now, that's not saying there might not be mosquitoes.
I'd take bug spray.
Yeah, I'd always take bug spray. But
we used to keep a net in our vehicle.
Yeah, because we went to the UP.
And when we were riding around in our bees.
Yeah, but we never needed it until we were in the. Remember when we went? We didn't tell the story about us howling for wolves.
There's plenty of stories you can do.
Yeah, it is one of our story times. Yeah, I got to find that video. That was pretty funny with the bug nets. That was mosquitoes. Those were mosquitoes up in the UP. The mosquitoes are the size of small drones.
Oh no, they got into the rig. I don't know how they got.
Oh yeah, that was right. We do know how because we left a window open.
Well, that was another time.
Okay.
That was by Yellowstone.
No, it was also by. Oh no,
I'm
that's
talking
right.
about the one in the Upper Peninsula.
Where we ended up spending the night in the casino.
But you're telling the whole story.
Well, it was a funny story.
Our dog Ty then just looked at us when we got to the hotel room and like, finally,
yeah.
Finally, you people.
Yeah. All right, Jimmy Land.
You need a full beekeeper suit to keep the black flies away.
I think
you're right.
They'll just saw right through it, Jimmy, up there in the UP. Yeah.
I didn't know there was such thing as flies that kind of tear your skin.
Yeah, stable flies. Yeah.
Mean little guys.
And they come and go. It's not all the time up there. But.
Okay, what is the good source of wiper blades? 2018 American tradition.
It beats me. I don't know. I'm not I have no idea.
Maybe somebody out there knows.
I just asked the Ford dealer when I take my Beast in, they say, new wiper blades, please. And when we take your Equinox in, we tell the Chevy dealer new wiper blades. So I don't know.
Wiper blades have gotten really expensive along with everything else.
Oh my gosh, everything is so crazy expensive.
So maybe somebody out there has something that they really think.
Stick with us because somebody here will answer.
Yeah, somebody will know.
Yeah.
I always thought you should replace them like once a year.
I thought like every season, summer.
Well, before spring for sure, because winter, if you haven't gotten all the ice off, you've played havoc with them.
Hey, Maria Reichel.
Hello,
congratulations.
First time joining your chat. Happy to be here from McKinley, Texas. Hot and humid.
We have not, this has been an abnormally cold night. Every night the temperature has been in the upper 30s here in South. I do too. Today was 61, 62, and it's sunny and it's beautiful. And you get out of the wind and it was very nice. So anyway, Maria, welcome. I hope you make this a regular habit.
I remember the beach in Michigan. I'm sure other states are like this too. When we were younger and we used to go to the beach all the time, you would dig a hole in the sand to get out of the wind.
Yeah.
It'd be so windy in the northern part of Michigan.
Yes.
The mitt.
It did. It really did. Janet Bullard.
Hello from Mississippi.
Hello to you.
I would love to get back to Mississippi.
Yeah, I like Mississippi. Fran Linder.
Hello from Odenton.
Ma-
70 degrees,
Maryland.
yes, sunshine, wind, finally died down.
Yeah, the wind has been crazy everywhere, hasn't it?
Christine Berger, good evening from Iowa City. And a
Hello,
good
Christine.
evening to you as well.
Good to see you. Jack Partain.
Nice haircut. Is he funning you? I
No,
thought
it
it
is
was
a nice
kind of.
haircut.
thought
This
it
is
was
my
kinda-
favorite haircut. This is what I'm going with from now on.
We're going to drive over to the other
I
side
will
of the
drive
state.
gladly over to Ryan, and I don't know if you saw the video this week, but we had a fun trip. Our down home camping video on YouTube that we released yesterday, but where we went back the other part of the side of the state where we used to live.
Where we lived, all except for the last 2 years.
And I got to go to my barbershop. Now I don't go to one of these stinking salons. Mine is a real man's barbershop with
Cans of beer in the fridge.
cans of beer in the fridge, action movies on the TV, any sports contest you want to see anywhere in the world, they got it. Magazines about outdoors and guns. And I mean, it's a real man's barbershop. And this is my haircut. I like that. So
Now, in case your barber in Florida is listening, because you like him
well,
as well.
Yeah, I like him, but this is my favorite one. Favorite haircut.
Well, you better not go back to your guy in Florida after saying he's
No,
not your
well,
favorite.
yeah. Last one I got was at a salon. Oh no, last one I got was Florida. He's good. He's really good.
I
But
know.
I only get there occasionally. And
Yeah.
this was my longtime barber in Rochester. But
I
no
was surprised
salon
he
for
remembered
me.
you.
Yeah. Howdy from Karen Poole at Sugar Bottom Camp Corps of Engineers in Iowa.
Sounds
Sugar
like a
Bottom,
good place
what a place!
to be.
Wonder where that is. Hi, Karen. Thank you for checking in. Chris Mondo Biondo.
Hello, RV lifestyle friends from Wichita, Kansas. We are done with storms for the moment. Well, that's
Hallelujah.
encouraging.
Chris keeps track of RV weather on our rvcommunity.com. And he's been very busy keeping us alert on all the different tornado warnings all over the country. He posts them as a whole space at rvcommunity.com devoted to weather. And Chris, thank you for all that extra work. I know everybody appreciates it. And everybody's kind of glad that the constant warnings are not hitting our screen for a while. That was crazy the last month.
Yeah, this has been an unusual spring, I think. And aren't they saying that hurricane season
is going to be
crazy too?
I just saw they've got 2 possible hurricanes, not any place affecting the U.S., but they're 2 possible ones starting next week in the deep Caribbean someplace. So, I think one's in the Pacific. I don't remember, but anyway, it's coming. Hurricane season doesn't usually start till August, but they're talking about a lot of tropical storms this year. Inka Schultz.
Question: when storing your RV, should you put levelers down?
Yeah, I do. Always. I don't store ours. Ours has never been stored, but yes, you should.
What if they ice up?
They'll melt.
But I mean, if it's really cold and nasty and put your levelers down.
They'll melt up. It'll be okay.
Yeah, but what if you want to go before spring comes?
Well, the reason you put them down is it gives you a stability. If there's a lot of wind, it just makes the RV much more stable, and it's less likely to move around. If it's unattended, I probably wouldn't put the levelers down. So let me modify it, because I'm thinking about in my own driveway, because I'm out in my RV all the time. If it's unattended, when in my own driveway, if we're not using it, I have the slides out, everything, because we use it. But if it's unattended in a storage lot, I would not put the levelers down, and I would not put the slides out either. So
no, you don't want snow on those slides. Then you're trying to bring them in. In fact, if they're out, you got to bring them in if you think it's going to snow.
And then if there's a really bad windstorm in the forecast, I will bring the slides in, because it's more room for stuff to move around and stuff. Iowa City, Iowa is where Karen Poole is.
Mhm.
Okay, now we know. All right, got to remind you of the sweepstakes again. Did I scare everybody off? Are they all gone? The sweepstakes.
They don't want to catch your cold.
Maybe. The sweepstakes, we're giving away a lifetime membership, which is a really good deal to RV overnights which is a place that lets you stay at various marinas and farms and wineries, distilleries, tourist attractions. Grand prize is a lifetime membership. And then they're also giving away 10 free 1-year memberships. So it's a great app to have, a great tool to have as you plan your trips when you might have trouble finding a place to stay, or you want to stay someplace that's kind of fun, but you don't want to pay $70 a night for an overnight campground fee. RV overnights can really help you out there. And just check them out. Go to that address. You'll learn all about it. If you just want to not take your chances on winning and just go get a membership, they're very inexpensive compared to other services out there like that. You can get 30% off joining right now if you use that link. So just go to rvlifestyle.com/sweepstakes. We'll announce the winners next week. And again, I want to announce about our rvcommunity.com. I talk about that. You hear us always talking because it's just such an integral part of our lives now. The relationships that we form. We started this last year, and we started it. I don't know if you know about our Facebook group, but our Facebook group has 500 and we're heading up towards 540,000 members on Facebook, over 500,000. We have a whole team of moderators who work literally around the clock to keep it from getting crazy. And sometimes they have to just shut down comments because there's just so much nastiness. So about a year ago, we said there's got to be a better way that like-minded people who are welcoming and friendly and not sarcastic, that they can connect. And as we built this community, it's been built around 3 tenets. One, we want to just have fun. That's why we do the RV lifestyle. And having fun is being welcoming and, no dumb questions. Everybody helps and encourages. So have fun. And the other thing is to make friends. None of us have enough friends. And there's something about RVers that friendships formed around a campfire or around an RV are lasting. And this is a great way to make friends and then to find adventures. And that's what we do. So, but we have so many perks on there. I can't even go into them, but if you've not checked it out, if you're a regular, you've heard us talk about it. I can't tell you how much of a enjoyable part of our lives. And I think I'm speaking for all of our members who are in the community as well. Go check it out. After this and I guess the time is 7:45. I always keep saying immediately after. But at 7:45, we'll join the Afterglow. So last week, I guess we ended early and some people went out. We started the Afterglow and people came at 7:45. And what happened? I missed it. So it'll be 7:45 when we come back on there. And hopefully you guys can come and check it out. I'm sorry, it's not 540,000. Oh my gosh, 550,000 are on our Facebook group. Wendy, type in just right now. How many people have joined that in the last day? How many people have tried to join that Facebook group? What's the? I know you guys are always on there. And then how many? Sometimes our posts will have 1,000 comments on them. And it's great. You get a lot of good stuff. We love our Facebook group, but it's just too noisy. And more often than not, somebody asks a serious question, particularly a newbie, and they get nasty sarcasm. And anyway, that's why we started the other group. And yes, there's a fee for the other group. But it's minimal. It's less than other content creators.
They're buying you a cup of coffee a month.
Yeah, you're basically buying us.
I don't drink coffee.
Okay, so it's only a cup of coffee a month. That's what it costs. So, Joanne Schreiber.
Okay, we are grateful to be new members here for all the reasons you just gave. Just joined a week ago, but not on Facebook page yet.
You don't need to do Facebook. Just stay with us, Joanne. Thank you. I saw you join and welcome. Okay, look at what Wendy says.
Wendy says we're getting about 1,600 requests to join a day. Most are not allowed in, though, because lots of...
Because of bots and spammers. And people don't realize that I mean, 1,600. Okay, Wendy, so of the 1,600, how many are let in that agree to the rules, which clearly state you're supposed to be nice to people, but not that they follow it. but spammers and bots are everywhere. That's why you get bombarded with ads on Facebook. Have you ever noticed that if you search for one thing or if you see an ad and it stays up on your screen for longer than, I don't know what their algorithm is, 10 seconds,
How about 1 second?
then you're just bombarded with ads for that. On our community, that's another reason we started, there are no ads. And believe me, we have big RV companies that say, hey, we want to be a sponsor in the community. And we don't take them. Now, we do have sponsors for YouTube, and we do have
Wow,
sponsors.
only 300?
Yeah, 300 of 1,600. That's how crazy it is on Facebook. So, and they keep changing it. Facebook makes it more and more challenging all the time. And so we're not getting rid of the Facebook group, but that's where we started the others. But it's totally ad free. We do have ads on our podcast, and we do have ads on our videos. But I'd love not to have ads there either. But if more of you join the community, I won't have to. We want to be beholden to you and not the big companies. Tropical Caper. What a great name.
With your experiences this year, are you considering any new approaches to weather monitoring?
No, we actually have a really good system. Again, we use the community and that weather service, the weather space. And I shared on the video we released yesterday about how we've all discovered Max Velocity. And he's one of several YouTube weather forecasters. No ads, no hype, the most accurate forecast ever. So we check him usually every day. He does a national forecast, but he breaks it down in regions. He has been spot on. I mean, right on. I've never seen anything inaccurate from him. So we use that, and our system is pretty good. If you listen to last week's podcast, we shared how to be weather aware in the tactics we use. So nothing new, but we did share a lot of our ideas. But this has been a crazy year weather-wise.
Having a dog, that's about the best way to be weather aware. We had one before the sky could be blue, and when she hid in the closet, we knew a thunderstorm was coming.
And even I noticed that, like just before the tornado sirens went off last week in the campground.
Yeah.
Bo came and he was hiding underneath the table, and sure enough, then we started to hear the rumble of thunder, and Bo was like an early warning barometer.
I think a lot of dogs are.
Yeah,
they get the trembling, scared.
Yeah, they do.
They just hear better.
There's Joanne.
Okay, looking to replace our sofa sleeper with 2 recliners. Any suggestions, thoughts, advice? I wonder about the Amish.
Well, we don't want to give things away.
No, I just said I wonder about the Amish because they build all kinds of furniture.
I guess we can say that one of the reasons that we have been delayed in the RV that we're getting is that we are doing the same thing. It had a sofa sleeper in it. It was your idea. You changed your mind.
I know, I'm a woman.
Like a woman.
Yes.
And instead we're going with 2 recliners, which is a good thing because the only way I get any sleep at all with this back pain is in a recliner now.
Yeah, because now we're spoiled because we have our wonderful bed, the Brooklyn bed mattress, which we love, and we have 2 of the most comfortable recliners.
But so we're having 2 of them made by an Amish company, and I can give you all of that information after we get our RV. I will say that it takes about 6 weeks to get the recliners made, and they're really nice recliners, and we'll show you them. I don't know if we'll have them if we got the RV this week, which I'm still holding up. I'm going to suck up the pain and try and get it this week. But if we did get them, I'm not sure. I don't think the recliners will have to come back in a week or 2 to get the recliners put in. But anyway, I'll have it. But
so companies that manufacture furniture, and I'm sure there are RV places that make that kind of furniture.
Yes, some people use lazy boys. You just want to watch out that it's not too much weight, but most of the time it's fine. You have to.
Lippert?
You need some help and somebody to put them down, bolt them down so they don't move around too much or strap them in and all that stuff. But
Yeah, strap them in. We were in one RV that they weren't bolted down.
yeah,
You
can
could
easily
move
see.
around. It's just like having a chair for your kitchen table. They had these recliners that moved around.
Yeah, that was
And I
one of
thought,
the
well, yeah, that was a big one. That was
Yeah.
a big fifth wheel.
Yeah. Hey, Steve Egbert.
Comment. Hi from boondocking in South California desert.
Wish I was with you.
That sounds beautiful.
I wouldn't be right next to you because it's boondocking, but I'd be, 50 yards away and we could wave at each other, maybe have coffee or something. Big Jim Slade.
Any campground recommendations for a trip down the Natchez Trace? We now have some time to be able to travel it over multiple days, but aren't sure where to camp in our RV.
Jim, you got to go.
Phyllis
Phyllis, are
is
we a
gonna
team
tell
or
ya.
what? You got to go get our guide to the Natchez Trace right there. It lists all the campgrounds that we recommend, the whole length of the camp of the thing. We tell you what to see, what attractions, where you can park your RV, what turnouts. Go get our book. Go get our ebook, our guide to the Natchez Trace. It's right there. We put all that stuff in and all the campgrounds, and you'll be very busy, and you will not miss any of the highlights. So that's one of our favorite trips is the Natchez Trace. So go get our book. You're a regular, Jim. You should know about that. So go get it. And next time I see you, I'll autograph it for you. Or I can do it. It's digital, so I can just send you my signature. Barbara Lanjoy. Hi, Barbara.
Did y'all see the news about the earthquake in the Gulf?
Yeah.
About 70 miles south of Gulf Shores?
Yeah, I did. I bet those guys out on the oil rigs out there were like, what is that? But yes, I did. Earthquakes everywhere these days. Yeah, I saw it. Good to see you, Barbara. Are you a fan?
I just purchased your Michigan bundle for our trip next year.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
We've done ebook travel guides for the Lower Peninsula of Michigan, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and we did one of our favorite trips. Everybody loves to do, Route 66 and, out to the around the national parks and
The
stuff.
Natchez Trace.
Natchez Trace, the Bourbon Trail. We've got books on all those, but one of our favorite ones is we traced the Great Lakes shoreline on the U.S. side. Someday we're going to do the Canadian side as well, but we did the U.S. side, starting with Lake Erie all the way into Lake Ontario, then up into Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, all the way down on the U.S. side. And on Lake Michigan, we did both Wisconsin, parts of Wisconsin, and Western Michigan. So anyway, 3 books about that. The Great Lakes region is just such a great place in the summertime and in the winter and in the fall for camping. And you can find those all on that book side. Okay, we are going to take a quick break, and we're going to end the Ask Us Anything and then take a quick break, have another drink of water. And then those of you who are members of RV Community, you can join us on the Afterglow. We'll be over there in just a few minutes. If you've never joined the community, hurry up, join right now. You can get all the information you want right there, and then you can tune in and watch the Afterglow tonight. So that'd be pretty exciting for us. It'd be very encouraging for us to see you. All right, we'll see you. Let's see.
In about 6 minutes.
Podcast. I got a pitch for the podcast this week. We're going to really jump into some deep water this week on the podcast and in the RV Lifestyle blog about crime and the RV lifestyle. There are so many fake news stories out there about danger and crime by sensationalist creators trying to get clicks. And it has a really bad effect on people who are maybe have been dreaming about the RV lifestyle for years, and now they see these clickbait stories. We dug into this, and we are going to devote time on the podcast to that, and then we are going to on the blog, and this is kind of like our comprehensive guide to everything about personal safety and crime, and it will be a multi-part series. We'll start with the show notes on Wednesday at rvlifestyle.com. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have extensive articles. And I urge you to read those and keep those on hand. And you can share them when you hear or when you see all these people crying wolf about there. Anyway, we'll talk more about that, but be sure and check the podcast on Wednesday. All right. Thank you, guys. It's going to be a busy week for us, or extenuating circumstances may keep me chair bound or recliner bound for a week, but hoping for some relief on this pain. Today was a little better day, but I sat around all day.
Yeah, you sat all day, but that's okay.
Well, I got pretty bored. Okay, we're out of here. We'll see you guys. Keep in touch. Thank you so much for being with us on Ask Us Anything. And we'll be back next Sunday night with another one.
Happy trails.